Dozens of FBI records appear to be missing from the Epstein files. This is what we know. Tonight, a new CNN investigation suggests that the US Justice Department withheld them when they released the Epstein documents last month. Now, among those apparently missing files include 3 interviews related to a woman who accused Jeffrey Epstein and US President Donald Trump of sexually assaulting her decades ago. The president has consistently denied any wrongdoing, and he never mentioned the files during his State of the Union speech. The congressional probe into the late convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein expects to hear from Bill and Hillary Clinton, and the former Secretary of State is due to testify on Thursday, the former president on Friday. A lot to get through. CNN's Cara Scannell is joining us now with developments. Cara, I mean, what do we know about documents that were taken out, as it were?
So the CNN investigative team took a look at the files that have been public on the Justice Department's website, and they found that there were a number of FBI interviews that are missing, that appear to be missing. And the way that they were able to do this is that there was an evidence log that was produced to Jeffrey Epstein's accomplice, Ghislaine Maxwell's attorneys. And if you look at the serial numbers on that list, they were able to discover that there were about 90 302s. That's the FBI witness interview statement form. 90 of them were missing from the files. And within those 90, there are 3 302s that are missing that relate to allegations made by a woman who said that in 2019, when she spoke to authorities, she said when she was as young as 13 years old, she was sexually assaulted by Jeffrey Epstein. And during the course of her interview, she also said that she was assaulted by Donald Trump back in the 1980s. The White House is calling that allegation false, and they said that it is sensationalist. The Justice Department, when asked by us about why these files are missing from the public documents, said that no documents have been deleted. They said that if documents are not on the website, it's either because they are duplicative, they were privileged, or they're part of an ongoing investigation. The only other information that we've been able to find about this woman's allegations in the files was that in 2025, just last year, the FBI had summarized a number of the more salacious allegations against prominent people. And they noted in that one person claimed abuse by Trump, but refused to cooperate. So that might be why that investigative angle ended, but it's unclear because we are unable to see these 302s with this woman and other related interview materials that are missing from the files. And it is something that Democrats have seized on as part of their ongoing criticism of the Justice Department and both decisions on what documents to post, some 3 million out of 6 million, as well as redactions that have made on some of these documents. Max.
Is there any way of identifying the woman and finding out more through her?
So there is a lawsuit, a civil lawsuit from years ago that the allegations in that seem to overlap to some extent with the allegations specific to Jeffrey Epstein, not to Donald Trump. And so her lawyer, we have reached out to her attorney at the time to try to understand where this has gone and where, if anywhere, it could go to date. We have not heard back from that attorney, though.
I think the great James Patterson, who's a member of Mar-a-Lago, made a statement yesterday that many years ago I threw him out. I'm not a fan of Jeffrey Epstein.
quantity of investment in this young generation. The House are new markets, like switching marine transportation ships from super important role in dispensing our aid budget, which is less than 1% of the government budget, brought to bear since 2007 to over $1.5 billion. Pretty mind-blowing in terms of the difference they can make. But, it's all bacteria that are methanogenic in there, and so they leak. That's not as validated as those other things, but there's no particular. Food is in some ways at the center of climate change. The main.
Jefferson Clinton.
Thank you very much. Thank you. I just
would imagine I've thought more about what happened than all of you put together. I've lost more sleep than all of you put together. I have been racking my brain.
Wow. Very good to see you, my friend. Good to see you. Glad to be here with you.
的时候，这城市往往就车也少。
I was the traffic jam.
I was going to say when we started this. 下面是不是请你们先讲？你们开个头。
I think just resigning from his position as a professor doesn't excuse him from the damage he caused by having a reputation with Epstein. I think really, obviously he should be apologizing to the students and faculty here for, the life he led outside of class, but I think he also should be apologizing to the people affected by Epstein and his, operations. And I really think he should be, offering that to the victims because, it's just not right, and I think he has opportunity to make amends with this issue, and I think it's really important that he doesn't just direct the apology to us, but to the greater world and the community and all the people affected, not just Harvard.
播报新闻是我的日常，必须时刻保持妆容和皮肤的最佳状态。当来到人生中最重要的时刻，也是 KS 逆时奇迹帮助我轻松驾驭，闪闪发光。KS 逆时奇迹活肤露全效精华、精华霜，多达5种 EGF 6大冻龄关键成分，保湿效果让我非常满意，小细纹也不再困扰我。我就是我自己的最佳女主角 ，KS 让我从容自信，光彩动人。我是我人生中的大女主，我的最爱我做主。KS 逆时奇迹系列热卖中，下单请上快点购，透过中天新闻网 App 下单立减50，或输入 CTI 推荐码有额外折扣。